Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Sister Share 101 Share COVID 19 Diary Edition. Of course, as I explained in my last diary, that Sister Share is not able to come to you as a unit. So we're doing these little short 15-minute video diaries just to give you a little insight of what's going on in and around our neighborhood and our city and how the situation is affecting us and our families individually. Um, like I said, it's been really rough, but we're pushing through. Um, come to find out that looking at the news and things that are going on and how things are developing, one of the most startling things that we found out is that what has been revealed is that a lot of COVID-19 um, patients that are dying from the disease, especially in the state of Chicago, are African Americans. And of course, that comes with a lot of more issues as far as they have underlying issues, but um, we are starting to see the disparity um, among us and other ethnic groups. Um, we know that has a lot to do with the healthcare system and the treatments that we get, and all those kind of issues that are balling together. So we have to really be mindful, especially with our older generation that we have. A lot of us young people may live with our grandparents, or our grandparents may live with us. So we have to be mindful when we go out and we come back in to take those precautions, because you can very well be asymptomatic and you could be a carrier, and you will pass that on to your grandparent who is very susceptible of getting disease and making them ill. So let's be mindful of that. Wash our hands continually, sanitize, wear gloves, wear your mask, you know, and make sure that everybody is safe in your household. Now, I love my kids. Lord knows I do. I'm ready to go back to school, get out of here, something, because they are driving me up the freaking wall. I mean, gosh, I can't keep no food in the house. Food, what's that now? They drink up everything. I'm at work. I get messages, Mama, can you come to the store and get this? Can you go get that? Can you bring over some jerk chicken? Can you? I'm like, oh my God. How are you? How am I doing at work? Oh, I'm fine. Thank you. Please. My God. I have to commend our teachers. Thank you for getting us off our hands for 8 hours a day, because I couldn't take it all day. I couldn't. I just can't. I just can't. I just can't deal. Oh my God. You come home, they're in the same spot you left them in when you left. Like, what did you? I mean, the vacuum is sitting over there. Can you mind using it once in a while? I mean, you're here all damn day. I go in the kitchen, I'm thinking, okay, the dish is going to be clean and washed. Put this shit in the sink last night and it's still here now? Oh, no, no. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. I can't take it. I can't take it. I can't. Oh my God. I just can't wait for things to get back to normal before I kind of like kill someone and go to jail. So, yeah. So everything is going good at work. Everybody seems still to be healthy. I'm just not understanding why some people have to come out to the bank and get $3. I'm not understanding that. Or to deposit $25. I don't get it when they say, if you don't have to come out, don't come out. But of course, us being hard headed, we do it anyway. I saw something interesting though yesterday. Yesterday was our first warm day, I think, in April, and it showed because I guess it was a motorcycle club going down the street popping willies on their motorcycle. I'm like, okay, do they not know what's going on? I just Are they oblivious to what is happening? We're in a crisis here, and you want to pop willies going down the street on your motorcycle. Okay. Thanks for being so responsible. But this thing is very serious. It's the numbers are steadily rising every day. It's affecting a lot of people in a lot of different ways. Um, it's unbelievable how things are really going at this point. It's almost you don't see an end in sight just yet, and you want things to get back to normal as soon as possible. But I don't know. I don't know, and I think if our behavior don't change, it's going to be a slow process. It's taking a minute for it to click in some people's minds because they think as though maybe it can't happen to them, or maybe they think I'm not in a position where I can really catch it, or you know, it's only affecting these amount of people, or it's only affecting those type of people, and that's not true because healthy people are getting sick with it as well. I mean, you don't know if you're going to a grocery store, or whatever. You don't know who there actually have it. They could be carriers, or they don't even know they have it themselves, or just haven't showed any symptoms yet, and any little thing. So the more and more you go outside, the more and more you putting you at risk, and you putting your loved ones at risk, even if especially if you have to go home to them. So you have to be mindful. You have to keep your going outside to a distance, at a limit rather. I mean, only when necessary, please. Only when necessary. When I go out of here to work, I'm going to work. And if I have to stop at a store for anything, I'm going to make a list first. I'm not just going to go out there just to get one item because we're out of milk. So let me go out there and just get this gallon of milk and go back in the house. No, I'm going to make a list. We need eggs, we need this, we need that. And I'll go and do all of it at one time. So I won't have to be going back and forth to the store. For what? You can't do that. I mean, come on, we got to think, people. We have to really think. We have to really think. I know it's getting nice and the weather is kind of breaking a little bit, and people want to get out there and, you know, get the fresh air, get the sun on their face. I trust me, I know how that feels, but we still have to keep in mind we could be affecting a whole lot of people and don't even know it, because like I said before, we could actually be carriers. We actually could have had it and only showed a sign, or maybe we had the sniffles or something like that, and we can easily pass it on to somebody else not knowing. So we have to be mindful of a lot of things now. This virus is no punk at all. So we just need to think before we do things. Um, kind of like, uh, I don't even know how I don't even know what the rebound will look like. I can't even picture a rebound right now. Like when things start to mellow down and we hit our peak and we hit that curve and it starts to level out and decrease, how do you go back to normal after that? How do you pick up the pieces and resume your life the way it was? Because now it's like you have this little thing on your back, like, okay, um, I can't do this. I can't do that. I got to be careful about where I go or who I see and who I come in contact with. Am I going to have to wear gloves for the rest of the year or wear a mask for the rest of the year? It's like it's going to be this constant thing in the back of your head, like, okay, I got to be cautious because I don't know what other outbreak might come up. It might not be COVID-19, or it could be to a point where they do go on the decline. And then a few months later, it can kick back up again. So it's like, what is normal? We knew what normal used to look like, but now as we transition into where we at now and how we're going to be after it's over, what's that new normal going to look like? I mean, what provisions are going to be put in place now from now on? Are we still going to go in the grocery store and see markers on the floor saying, stop here or stand here, or, I mean, how is the social interactions are going to be after all of this? It's gonna be, I don't know, it's like a depression, but a plague and a depression that's mixed all into one. It's 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 it's, it's unbelievable. It really is. I never knew, with the advances that we have in technology and how advanced we are as a nation, that we could let something like snowball out of control like this. We have all these peoples in position and peoples of power. They have all this knowledge and, have all these, know how to strategize and get things together and all have all these preventive measures in place. And look what happened. And look what happened. That's what we get for thinking that we God and we're not. God said, okay, you have all these provisions and all this and all that. I can make one small organism to break you down to your knees. A little virus. You don't need no nuclear bombs. You don't need all of that. For what? One small little virus, microscopic enemy that would infiltrate you and can destroy a whole country, a whole nation, a whole city. Look what it's doing to New York. Unfreaking believable. But I'm not a Bible scholar, but I have pondered upon Revelation, and it seems like things are coming to naught. It really does. I don't know what horseman this is that's riding right now. It might be the pale one. I don't know. That's what it feels like to me. But everything is coming to pass. Everything is going in a direction like he said in the Bible. Everybody thinks that Trump is really the Antichrist when he first got in there. Kind of land on that side too a little bit. But hey, I guess if you ain't never heard of Jesus now, you better get to know him right now because you're going to need him in every which way or form because, yeah, yeah, he's the only way out at this point. What else you going to do? They even see, you've seen it on Facebook and on the news where um, even the nurses in the hospitals and the doctors are now getting on their knees and praying for cover. This is the right time to do it. It is Passover. So, I mean, and that's ironic. I just thought about that. This is Passover. So, this reminds me of the part in the Bible where um the death angel came over Egypt and the Lord sent all those plagues down on the city of Egypt because Pharaoh wouldn't let the children of Israel go. And the last death angel that plague that went upon Egypt was killing of the firstborn. And the only way you can be saved if you had the blood of the lamb over your doorpost. So, who's covered now? Where is your blood of the lamb? Interesting, huh? And this is Passover. And all this stuff is taking place around Passover. Now that's ironic, and that's something to think about. Everybody religion is not the same. I get it, you know, but this is really something to ponder about and to wonder, are the end times nearer than we thought? Because this seems very apocalyptic to me. I mean, people are dying all over the world, not just here in the US. This is a global thing that's going on. It's not concentrating in just one area. This is global. So what is that telling you? I mean, with all the technology and all the know-how and all the scientists and all that, They couldn't stop it. They can't stop it. They're trying their best to come up with a vaccine, but that's months and maybe a year and a half away. So, in the meantime, how many people on this earth are going to pass away from the virus? Who's to say when it's the end or when the end of this kind of pandemic is going to end? Who can see the end, really? You might see the numbers decline, but will people still be contracting the virus? Maybe not in high in volume, but people still be catching the virus and dying from it? Probably. As long as there's no vaccine to put a stop to it, it's going to continue to happen. And it's strange to me that I can probably poll a lot of people and ask them, what would you rather have? Would you rather have or be diagnosed with HIV or COVID-19? I bet a lot of responses would be, well, I'd rather have HIV. At least I know I can live with that for the rest of my life. But this COVID-19, I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. So, and that's interesting. That would be very interesting to see the response to that. Because if it was me and they said, okay, um, I have some good news and bad news. You have HIV, but you don't have COVID-19. I don't know if I want to jump up and celebrate that I have that or what. That's wow. Because this thing is killing people at alarming rates and it's not giving you a chance to say or do anything. There is no medication. There is no nothing that you can say, okay, let me take this. I can live with it. No, it's none of that. None of that. It's attacking and it's attacking hard and at an alarming rate. So people, please, all I gotta say is be mindful, be careful, do what the CDC tells you to do. And if you don't have a relationship with Jesus right now, I think this is your time, your grace period to do so and to keep it up because that's our only answer at this point. I feel that's the only answer at this point to everything. Come back, come back, come out from among them. That's what we need to do. But that's a different story because that's only for a certain amount of people. I'm just gonna put that out there. But the real Jews. Um, so yeah, people just stay safe, be mindful, take care of yourselves, pray, 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 and pray. Get your life in order if it's not already in order. Be mindful how you treat people because you never know. You can be well today and not tomorrow. That goes for any of us at this point because we don't know who is going to hit next and how it's going to hit. So that's all I have for today. I'll be coming back to you Sunday with some more interesting topics and everybody just be safe, take care of yourself, and thank you for supporting Sister Share. And on that note, peace. And if anybody want to adopt any kids, please let me know.